What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big TCG Show. Share, subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. But I just wanted to let the community know that Silver Age shouldn't be the only thing that we push. Let's not forget that Blitz has changed. And along with Silver Age, I feel like Blitz would help grow the community. And also, it helps keep value in some of your collections. Now, some of you like, all right, dude, what are you talking about? It's just a casual format. It's for fun. I'm trying to focus on the Knicks, Battle Harden, Calling, Road to Nationals, Skirmish, etc., etc. Now, hear me out. When Commander got big, there was tons of Magic the Gathering cards that had very little value. And then once that format got very popular, stuff skyrocketed. Now, Magic still has its Pro Tour. But what a lot of people did not see, unless you sold singles, cards like Ristic Study did not have a lot of value. And all of a sudden, it's a $40 card. Cards that people forgot about, but now they need it. And, there was money to be made. And the same thing can happen here too. Like, okay, for instance, if you watch my clips, I pulled 2 Prisms. Cool, got the Marvel. And if I wanted to build a Blitz Prism deck, I could just use both and just have 2, Marvel Prisms. But the thing is, these 2 formats make those common foils that you have not zero anymore, Yeah, they're still going to be cheap. Let's just be honest. It's still going to be cheap. But at the same time, it doesn't make opening packs as hurtful when you don't pull, like, the big hit. So it's like, okay, like, for instance, I'm going to be releasing a Zen Blitz deck profile. And it's going to run Stubby Hammers. There's no ban list. It's casual format. And I have a full Stubby Hammers. It's banned in every other format. And I was just like, oh, yeah, you know what? I have Stubby Hammers. Now, what if everybody who, comes to Flesh and Blood and they don't want to play competitive, but they want to play Flesh and Blood, they want to play Blitz, they're like, oh, I like that Zen deck. All of a sudden, that foil Stubby Hammers skyrockets in price. I used to work at a singles I used to work at a card store that specialized in singles. And, one of the things I quickly realized my first week working there, people will come up and give you $100 orders to build their deck. And if you lived in the upstate of South Carolina, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You could come up with a great deck list, print it out, come to the shop, and save so much money on shipping. Since you didn't have to go to TCG Player, you could just come to the shop and, by the end of the week, we call you, oh, your deck is ready. Now, if we did not have a card, we let you know, hey, of the 90 cards that you had, we didn't have 10 of them. Sorry. And, most of the time people are like, oh, okay, cool. Then, they'll go online and order it. Or usually there's somebody that probably had it for trade. So I honestly feel like going forward, I am going to post up some Blitz decks on this channel. I'm going to do some, I'm going to continue to do some Silver Age channels. Card of the Day is not going to go away. It may not be every day, but it's not going to go away. So there's that. Now, if you're pulling Marvels of the Young Heroes, congratulations. That's probably going to be a $25 card minimum now. Which is great, Honestly, I see some of them going up to 100 like their CC counterparts. I really do. So I feel like making Blitz Singleton basically our commander. I really think that was a smart move by LSS. You know, we desperately need more casual players in the game. And I'm not saying that this game shouldn't be competitive. I love the competitive circuit. But what you also have to realize is there are some people, because of their work schedules, or they just become a parent like I have. You don't necessarily have the time to constantly put in the work that you would want to prepare for every big major event. You know, so it's like you're gonna have to pick and choose which events that you want to, and you know it could be a little bit upsetting, but at the same time, I feel like it's easy to, have a CC deck, have a Sage deck, and have a Blitz deck on you at all times. And, you know, wherever you go, if you travel a lot like I do to go play, you don't have to worry about what format I'm playing Flesh and Blood today. You don't have to think, okay, what format are we gonna play? We only got two major competitive formats, realistically. Yes, we do have LL for the new players. But realistically, I feel like Living Legend is gonna be the smallest format competitively for a long time, only because of the cost of some of the older cards are slowly still gonna go up. And newer players are gonna have to work their way up into that, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, for instance, I'm like, if you want to play Zen and Living Legend, Sage, Blitz, and CC, go for it. If that's all you want, that's the only hero you want to play, you want to be known as that Zen dude or new old him Lexi, go for it. Sage definitely is making the game cheaper. I am happy about that. I expect more content creators to come from that. I'm willing to do collabs with people. You're going to see a lot more content from me. If you want to fold out your deck right now, make tons of friends and start asking around. I know I am. There's just some cards I won't foil. I got a lot of people in Georgia asking me, hey, you got this in foil? I'm like, yeah, sure, here. I mean, I don't personally really care for foils unless they're marbles. But I feel like build a Blitz deck too. Build two, they're cheap, build two Sage decks, and then, help the game grow. You don't have to, but at the same time, nobody wants to play a game if there's nobody around. Just think about it. If you go back to an old online video game server, let's just say you could do that, and there's only like one person a month to play, are you gonna really keep playing? No. But if you move to a new area and you don't really see a Flesh and Blood scene, and you show up, and someone goes, oh yeah, I heard of that game, you could be like, well, I could teach you real quick. I have two decks, and then every time you go, you see that person, all of a sudden they're into it, and then someone else sees y'all playing, then they get into it. It takes time to grow a community, and LSS is doing a wonderful job. But I say, if you truly love this game and you really want to grow, just try to get two people into the game a year. That's not that hard. Just try to get two people. I'm not saying, you need to become a judge and buddy up to every store owner in your area. Just try to get two people who show interest into the game, show them Sage, especially with Blitz. Like, for instance, I saw people who used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Play Commander and Magic, and I tell them, there's a guy that made Commander for Yu-Gi-Oh!, right? And they're like, wait, what? And they join the Discord and they're excited. So basically, you could help your area grow and go, oh yeah, Flesh and Blood has a new common and rare format. You can get in for a $20 deck. But then we have our own Commander format called Blitz. I have a couple decks. I could just show you how to play the game real quick. And, it's not that big of a jump. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to drop Commander or any other game, but at the same time, if you get Flesh and Blood as their secondary game, hey, you're really building this great community. But that's all I wanted to say. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Stay tuned and keep on shuffling.